because when the last time we met, one of the last things we talked about was kind of, getting my head to go and get a bigger turn.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for me to do. So I couldn't quite get it. I was hitting balls yesterday, and for me, taking my eye off the ball, I agree with what you said last week, but still taking your eye off the ball is very uncomfortable.
Unnerving, yes.
Yeah. So what I tried to do yesterday is when I set, is instead of set like this, set a little bit like, so my bill is facing like my toe.
Okay. That's what Jack Nicklaus used to do.
Right, and that's exactly what I thought about. And I noticed I was getting, it did what you wanted it to do, which is get my head off the ball. Not off the ball, but, not like this.
Well, allowing your head to turn with your shoulders,
Yeah.
right?
It gave me room to do that. I felt like I was getting better turn that way. I wanted to talk to you about it and see, is that a good thing to do? It's not a good thing to do. Is it going to put me in a bad position somewhere else?
No, I like it. I mean, if it's whatever we can do as a little human hack, right,
Yeah.
to get ourselves there, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
And if I can get you to just move your head maybe 3 or 4 degrees, that's probably going to equate to 7 or 8 more degrees of shoulder turn, right? And that's really all we're looking for right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're not looking for our head to turn all the way back like Linda, or what was it, Linda Blair?
Yeah, exactly. So after I was setting up, I get everything ready to go, and then I just basically just kind of turn my head this way.
Okay.
My bill, if I look up, my bill feels like it's kind of out there towards
Pointing
my
like
toe.
over here?
Exactly.
Yeah, good. I like that.
So I was hitting the driver okay, but I really wasn't hitting my irons very good last week.
Okay.
So. One of the other things we talked about is the shaft. Hang on a second.
The shaft.
Yeah, where the shaft is, like when I get up here, here, I need to be back here, a little more like this.
Well, I would like, let me grab that line right here real quick. So I'm gonna point this just outside the ball here. Just about there. So when you get on up to the top, I want the butt of the club pointing back towards that target line, towards this guy.
So okay, so one step before that.
Okay.
When I take the club back, I was trying to remember some of the stuff we talked about, the slow motion and pushing the ball back so it goes back that way. Well, it doesn't allow me to get out of here like this.
There you go. That's all we need right there.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now the leading edge is matching your spine. You're kind of getting that thing just a little open as you come in. You're getting a little inside and a little open.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going out to the right a little bit. So there we go, right along our toe line. Good. Toes up. Now, all we want to do is turn up. Now you see where that butt of the club's pointing right back down towards that alignment rod?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
We don't want to get inside that. Then we start to get real steep.
Right?
Looks good. All right, so you've got a path that's going out to the right. You've just got a face angle that's following. Does that make sense? So we either need to do one of two things. We either need to close up that face a lot more to our target line so we start to get a draw, or we start to have a little less swinging out to the right. Does that make sense? still warming up. We're only on shot number 4 right now. Trying to give ourselves a little bit of time. Starting to come back a little bit. So let's take a look at this real quick, Mike. Okay. So I don't mind where your head's at when you start, okay? But you can see that you kind of
move off of it.
Move off of it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so where you kind of keep your head at, just feel like you keep it in that spot, okay? Because you've already kind of moved it off the ball. Does that make sense? You've kind of preset that, okay? So if you kind of look at Xander here, right? You can see his head moves just a little bit, right? And it gets to the position where you're already at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're laterally swaying just a little bit with the head, just a little bit. Okay, and then as we come in here, we're going to take a look down the line, but I'm pretty sure we've got some early extension going on. If I had to make it that, because those hands look like they're really close to the body as you're coming through. And then we're getting a little bit, just a smidge.
Okay.
Okay, big guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So the first key is try to keep that head a bit stiller.
Yes. Yep. So, right there, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so set up again for me. Good. You're there. Okay. You're good. There you go. Good. Okay. We just need to get our arms up a little bit. They feel pretty strapped to you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I can get you up over here a little bit. Okay. Now we're getting a little bit more degree of turn, and now I've got able to drop. Right. But if I'm in here, right, then I'm going to be here. I'm going to get kind of stuck out to the right. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right. And I think we talked about that getting the
We
arm.
did, but I couldn't figure out what was right.
Okay.
You know, I mean, wasn't hitting them real well, so I couldn't figure out what was.
Here, let me grab something real quick.
What
so
was
you can
right?
understand it. Real quick, hold on. So it seems like your biggest ordeal right now is just the start. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I mean, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not comfortable where, for some reason, maybe it's just too much stuff in my head. I'm trying to figure out where am I supposed to be. And then, well, since I couldn't hit anything good, I was trying to figure out, okay, give me one thing, and I just ended up just going south at that point.
Okay. So we're going to bring this on out here in just a sec, okay, so you get a feel for where you're at the top. Alright, so you start to get a good idea about that. But let's just kind of talk about the start a little bit. That seems to be where your focus is. Somebody stole that on me. Okay. Here's what it is. Alright. Set on up for me, big guy. Set up. Okay, so as we go, put this right on our toe right there. Good. So we're going to bring it on back here for me. Good. Shaft parallel to the ground. Club is just slightly closed, not terribly open, right? We don't want to have it wide open right here. Okay. Now at this point, right? I just need.
No, what? Just so you know, what I can't sit there and look out at my club face every single time. So it looks like if I do that right, my thumb is dead on top of it.
Okay. Okay. I would probably go with that. It's going to be a feel for us.
Yeah, but I mean, I just have to figure out how do I deal with this on the course. It's one thing dealing with it hitting balls. But
I get you, but
so if my thumb is on top, basically on top of, at this point on top of the grip. Now I know my club face is closed the way it's supposed to be, and
yeah,
you know I'm where I need to be.
Yeah.
'Cause then I can go up like this and I'm good.
Correct.
But if I'm like this, it's on the side. That's not good.
Then it's open
So
for
here,
sure.
that's not good. So
Okay.
Again, these
Right,
are
but-
little things that help me when I'm sitting here working through this on my own. That's correct.
Right. Here's something I would argue though with you though.
Okay.
I would argue this with you, right? Before Justin Thomas hits a ball every time, what's he do?
Yes,
Right?
I know.
He checks that position.
I get it.
Right? So
I get it.
I'm not saying that you got to do that every time, but I'm just saying I think if we do that more and more in our practice,
Yeah.
then it won't be so much of a thought. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I do that quite a bit.
Okay,
I
okay.
do that quite a
Great.
bit, but we had talked and I thought we were supposed to be this in this straight up.
Well-
Which put me a little bit to the side. So now what you're saying though is I was too far in and I was it.
Correct. So
Okay.
we had that. So
Anyway, that's okay. I'm just trying to have some takeaways where I can work on it when I come to. Okay.
So we're gonna work on your wrist position just a little bit. We're gonna get this little device on out here, get this on your hand so you can kind of see.
I got one of those.
Okay, good. Now here's the other part that I want to kind of just talk to you about real quick before we jump on into the beginning of this one. Okay, so I want to talk about where the club needs to go. So let me see that. See that guy real quick. So have we gotten on this thing before?
Nope.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the club, we're going to slide it along this thing.
Okay.
Okay? If I get too far inside, right, see what happens? Okay, so this is our swing plane. Okay? And I may even take it out just a little bit for you. Okay? So here and up. Not exactly back down because we come to the inside, but it gives you a good idea of where it needs to be on the backswing.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So come on over here. Good. Good. So place the, yep. Yep. And just slide it along there. And then up to the top. Feel what it's going to be like up at the top for you. How's that feel?
Okay.
Different?
Okay. I don't feel like I was too much off of that.
No, you weren't. You weren't, but you were getting a little deep. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was coming. Yeah, I was definitely. I was just trying to figure out where. Okay. Okay, I got
Does
it.
that give you a good feel?
I think so.
Okay. Alright, so. Do this. So we'll do. Have you used this thing at home very much? Or no?
I was using it before I saw you.
Okay. Did you have any luck with it?
It was starting to. I certainly felt it. Certainly gave me some great feedback.
Yes, yes. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the be-all, end-all, but it does give us a good window into areas to look at. Does that make sense?
You can't, unless you're very experienced at what you're doing, I wouldn't know, exactly right where I am at impact and how much up here and how much that changes.
I don't think really anybody could, because I mean, you'd have to have a protractor to see how people's angles where their wrists are.
Yeah,
and stuff
but
like
what that does though is it gets you in the range and tells you you're in the range.
Yes.
And if you're in the range, you have at least a reasonable chance.
Well, it gives you good data to figure out where we need to kind of work out. Is it the takeaway, the downswing, all that good stuff. So we'll give it a couple swings and see how we do, and then we'll get on over to that driver a little bit. Good. And you know how it sets up, right? How you calibrate it and all that good stuff.
Bit, yeah.
Okay, good. I get some of those juniors in there, just their hand all over the place. All right, so go ahead and put your wrist in the proper position.
Okay, remind me what I need to do. Sorry.
So yeah, just get like this, and then
Yeah.
we're just going to raise up. That's all. Good. All right, and we'll choose the club. We have a 7-iron. Okay, done. All right, give me 5 swings, my man.
With ball.
With the ball.
Yep.
Good flex right there. Good job. All right, so you did pretty well with all your flexion. The only thing that it's kind of capturing a little bit is the early release.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go here, overview, casting, 60%. Go to casting drill. Okay. Let's see what this is. Internet connection, there we go. Let's go here. Let's see what this guy's got to say here. Okay, trying to get the volume here.
Float loading that happens at the top of the swing can help golfers to achieve the desired amount of wrist bend in the downswing, which is greater than the wrist bend they need in the backswing. No wrists in the backswing, and then add them in transition.
Okay. So let's kind of go. So what we're going to do is you'll get into the address position. I'm sure you don't worry about the ball right now. Okay, so just go get into your address position. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to the top. Good. All right. Continue to swing. Good. Okay. Do you feel the lag that you're
A
maintaining?
little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's try it again. Go to setup. Okay. Okay. Come on down and complete your swing.
Okay.
Does that give you a good feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the big thing that I'm seeing now is that at least you're getting your face close to your path. Okay, where the other ones it was open to your path.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so big thing is for us, what I'm seeing right now is that we need to start turning that toe into the bag, right? That old turn the toe into the bag thing, right? Your positions are good. You've just got to, I don't know, when you get here, you got to have that feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, feeling like the butt of the club's pointing back down the target line as we come through. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's the only thing I'm seeing wrong with what we're trying to do here. Casted just a little bit there. Take the first couple swings here for you, okay? Here.
I've duck hooked so much in my life that just scares the crap out of me.
I get you. But we can't live on the right side either, right?
I agree with you.
Good. Again, toe into the bag. Don't need to kill it, all right? Just toe into the bag. Good. One more for me. Get
I don't
you.
wrestle anymore.
Just a little bit. Good. Good. A little less aggressive with the rotation now, okay? Feel like you're swinging out towards that tree. A little low.
Okay, so club path is still out. Face angle is, what should be a minus or a plus? I said 3 is too far out, right? 3 is that way.
So your club path is 7 degrees. This is your
Out.
club path right here. So,
Out.
so I would say your club path is a little too far out to the right. Okay, so I want you to feel like you're swinging towards the pitcher instead of the second baseman. Okay.
So now my face angle was -2 and my club path was 6 and 7. 6, 6, okay, so.
That's less than what it was on the swing before, right?
Right.
Okay. That's much better. That's where I'd rather see this club path at, right here. Okay.
And the face angle was 2.
Two, I mean, it's close to our path,
So I can live with that all day long.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
there's-
that to
there's
me
nothing
is-
wrong with those
that's a
numbers
margin of
from what I
error
see.
for me all day long.
right? Just love getting, not getting way too far off to the right.
Jesus.
Kind of do this too. Just kind of feel like, I'm just gonna put this out over here. We want to feel like we're swinging along this line. Does that make sense? Okay. Wait, it's not there in front of you, okay, but it's there to remind you. So now that we're
Okay.
getting closer to trying to fix your path a little bit. I'll take a look down the line on this one. Trajectory is okay. Position. Trace. Alright, let's see how we're doing here on a few things here down the line. I'm gonna switch over to your chart real quick so you can kind of see that.
My hand should be closer to my leg.
So let's just kind of take a look here. We'll take a look at, I think it's just a better visual. Jump.
Yeah.
All right, so you see how,
I'm usually immediately pulling out.
all right, so I'm sure that we've talked about it before. We
Yeah.
want to feel like our hands are on a chain going around our body.
Yeah, I know that's okay. Yeah. So I need to feel like I need to feel like it's getting closer to my leg.
Yeah, so I would say like when Xander gets to about right, let's see, right about here almost, it almost feels like that butt of the club's going to point into his thigh.
Yeah. I thought I was doing that, but I guess not.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've done this before, so it's not like it's new.
Hold on one sec, so let me kind of do this real quick. So if I kind of did this real quick, go ahead and set up for me. All right, so if I just kind of put this right here, right?
Mhm.
Just go ahead and take the club back. There you go. Okay? Once again. Good. Okay, once again. All right, now as you come on down here, come on down into the impact area, right? There you go. See how your hands are still back close to your side again?
Mhm.
Okay, that's where we want to kind of be. All right, so once again, yeah. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look here. So that's our hand path. I can see our hands are getting out and away from us. Now,
That just looks like my club path is going inside. It's going that way. But the computer says I'm going the other way.
so your hands are steep, but you're leaving your club face behind. Okay, so you've got lag, it's behind your hands. But the big thing is, as you come in here, I'd like to see, right, as we get right here closer to impact, this shaft should be getting closer to your right forearm than in the center. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, what, I guess what I'm seeing there is that,
Talk to me.
is that, you know, go back here. In order for this shaft to get to my, I've got to be here.
Where's that hip's got to be turning out of the way too, right? There you go. Kind of an exaggeration, right? Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Exaggeration, but we do want to have that kind of, so I'll kind of grab this real quick from you. Okay, so if you kind of watch me here real quick. All right, so as I get on up here to the top, I'm gonna move down the line here, right? Here, all right, and as I transition,
Right.
see how that stays back over here?
Right.
Okay, for you, right, you get here and then it's pull city.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to kind of, as we get here, right, allow our left side to really push into this side here and don't really mess with the club per se. Let it kind of do what it needs to do. So as I get up here, boom, boom, and now I'm going to really feel that club drop behind me and come in there.
Yeah, I think that's a very difficult for me thing for me to I know I'm supposed to do that.
Okay,
I'm just trying to get the feeling so where that it occurs
Gotcha,
without thinking about it or forcing it to occur.
gotcha. So we've got to...
I've always known that I get steep and the shaft needs to get more parallel with the right arm. I mean, Sean told me that. And
Yes.
So we had a very difficult time getting that. So I think that's not the root of the problem.
Well, I think part of the problem is that there's probably some information that I just don't have right now at the time, which would be how your body is able to move and operate. Does that make sense a little bit? Like, is there a limitation to maybe your shoulder movement pattern or your forearms or something like that that I need to probably do a little bit more research on to find out. But if you're having a hard time with that, there must be something with the body as far as stretches or moves or a joint or something like that that's not working.
Yeah, maybe. Or it's just, just.
All right, so let me kind of do this so you get a feel for that. Okay, so I want you to put this underneath your left foot. Okay, put that underneath the ball of your left foot. Yep, okay. So go ahead and get up to the top of your backswing for me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So press down. There you go. Press down. Okay? It's not much, right? But you're not moving your arms, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So once you do that, now gravity can allow that to drop for us. Now look where your shaft is automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so this is something I think you've got to work on. Press down. There you go. There you go. Okay? That gets the initial club to drop. See how that all works together?
Yeah.
It's not just pull down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? So if I got you to just stomp and then, right? So just kind of do this for me. Let's not worry about the ball. Get up to the top, stomp, and then allow the club to drop, and then swing through. Good. Again. Uh-huh. Do that one more time for me, big guy. Let's take a look, see how we're doing here. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Much more closer to that right forearm now.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let's watch what our keister does. See how it stays back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you're pressing into that side. Now that weight's into that lead hip, and it can turn around that weight that you put into it. Does that make sense? Any questions right there, big guy?
Nope.
Okay, so stomp. Yep, there you go. And then swing through. Good. Again. Up, stomp. Uh-huh. Feel that club dropping down naturally for you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to force it. Yes.
Okay.
All right, so real quick, go ahead and you can load one up, but I want you to just kind of watch Xander here. All right, as he gets up to the top, see
Yep.
what his first move is?
Yep.
Right, it's not his hands, it's this little hip bump and right into the side. All right, he probably sinks down, what, maybe 3-4 inches? And now the arms have kind of dropped into a good spot, and now he's going to start
Yeah, I
trying.
don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. I just basically start rotating.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so go very slow, just stomp and hit small swings right now, okay? And then just swing through. Good, that's all we want to work on right now for a second, okay? Yeah, good. Good job. Did you see that last one?
No.
Okay. All right, good job. All right, just trying to get a feel for that move. But that's much more closer to what the big guys are doing than what you were doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think one of the things that got me off of that a little bit is I didn't know, we talked so much about my head moving, out of the circle. And I feel like when I do this, my head is moving out of the circle.
It's moving down and to the left.
Yeah,
Is what
but
should do.
right. Well,
Right.
yeah, I see that,
Yes,
but
sir.
that's not how I feel.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here trying to keep my head still, which means it's difficult for me to do that. So what you're saying is that it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job.
It felt more like I had more impact for what that's worth.
You've got a little bit more speed now, at least 4 miles an hour better than your average.
This amazes me. I just so much don't feel like it's that swing path is going to the right. It's crazy.
Let me do this real quick. Grab some.
So more than right.
set up for me? Okay. So I'm going to put this like right here. Okay. So don't worry about the ball right now. Okay. Just go ahead and get into your channel. All right. And I'm just going to put this right here, and I want you to swing inside of it. Okay. Get a feel for that. Again. Feel how I got you kind of turning to the inside just a little bit more now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's going to take that path. We're going to try to fix that path a little bit here with that.
Well, that fixed the path.
So we got the path right. Okay, just got to calm down on the face a little bit. Gonna get that thing right on up in there. Okay? Gonna see if we can get you maybe over the top, just one swing here. I know that's not the result we want, but that's about where we want our club path to kind of be right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we want our club path to be. It's close to zero, but more
So
positive.
as I'm coming down on my hands, how much should I keep my palm out?
Which palm?
This one.
Okay.
This one.
Should be probably facing more towards the ball. Look how open that face is.
Yeah, but when I do that though, yeah, yeah, okay. When I do that, it goes that way. Problem is that when I do that, I'm going to be like that.
Looks like a pretty good impact position to me.
Yeah, if I can do that.
Okay. Let's try it again. Anish?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Come on in. Sit down. We'll be with you in just a bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. get over your cold?
Yeah.
You have a sore throat?
Yeah, it's definitely over. Good, good.
Do me a favor, where we got the, let me see the ball position here real quick. Let's move it up in our setup just a smidge for me. Our low point's really far ahead, so I just want to check on that. Is that left? That's better. Getting our attack angle back to where it needs to be at least. Okay, so you see where your low point was at 7?
Mm-hmm.
That was just a little too down. All right. So, hold on a second.
Oh, club classes, everything's better now. 3.3.
That's where I want us to be, right there.
Maybe it's just maybe the ball was just too far back on my stance.
I think so. Close it just ever so slightly. Watch yourself.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do it less than I used to. I do grip it a lot harder than I used to as well.
Okay.
So I used to do it significantly more than that.
Okay. Okay. Because that's what I'm kind of seeing here a little bit with our left miss a little bit. Is I think you kind of turn the toe in just a little bit as you take it back.
Okay.
I saw a little bit more prevalent on the shot before that. That's why I brought the camera up.
Yeah, and if I death grip it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that less. But if I go a little bit, as soon as I move it, it goes. I know it does it. I know it does. I can feel it.
Okay.
It's almost like maybe I ought to set up a little open.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So when I take it back, I'm actually closing it to the.
Square, right?
Square,
Instead of being
squaring it
square
to
to
the line,
close,
yeah.
have it a little bit open to when you
Yeah.
take it back, it's square.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that may be the deal.
Yeah.
So if I just so when I set up,
Mm-hmm.
obviously I was too. I must be on my. I must need to have the ball further up in my stance than normal people do.
I think it's more up than what you're used to.
Yeah.
That's where I see, if I look at like Xander Schauffele and all those guys, that's where they've got their 6 and 7 iron playing at. I think
up in front of the middle.
absolutely. That way they can chase the ball down the middle.
So if I basically set up like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where it feels like it's annoyingly up for us, right? With a little bit of an open club face, right? And as you take your little idiosyncrasy back, right, it'll be square, right?
I can live with that. I mean, that's, it's better than what it was. I just need to set up, I just need to think about where that ball is in the position.
Correct.
Maybe just change my sequence of setup a little bit.
And now our height is starting to go up. Our low point's where it needs to kind of be, just about 6 degrees. Our club path has come down quite a bit from being 8 to 9 out to the right. And now we're able to control that. And look, we're getting more carry out of it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And our
Yeah.
speed has jumped up from 68 to 75 now.
Okay.
Okay?
A lot has to do with ball position.
So ball position, right? The big thing is, I think for us working on today's session is make sure this is going to be our greatest weapon, right? Make sure that when we set up, right, we put that thing on in here, right? Get our feet in there and make sure that that ball feels like it's annoyingly up from that center position. I think we're getting too far back over here. And for you, if we get really steep right here, okay,
Yeah.
it's out to the right all day long. And then
Yeah.
when I said, hey, let's start closing the club face, you're still steep, you're here, and you're just shutting the face down.
Right.
Right? And there's just no loft in the face.
Yeah, there's no way to survive that. You're right.
Okay? So the big thing for us, as I said, let's talk about some of the things that we kind of talked about. The takeaway, right? Making sure that the takeaway is a little bit more here
Yeah.
over our right foot instead of getting out and away from
Yeah.
our right foot. Okay, that's number one right there. I think the head where you've got it set up at the start is where it needs to just kind of stay. Okay, like when you get it kind of set up like this,
Yeah.
you don't need to move it back anymore. You've already
Right.
preset that, right? Because
Right.
if I were to say, hey, if I get you right here and I want you to move, then you're going to get into that position that I already have you at, right?
Right.
But if I get to here and then I try to move, then I'm going to move off that ball a little too much. Okay, so once you have your head set like this, just think about getting your left shoulder underneath your chin.
Right.
Okay, at that point. Okay.
Right.
Now the big thing is, I think for today's session to kind of understand a few things, right, was the sequence of things, right, is making sure that I get like a little ball underneath the ball of my foot here. And if I was just trying to throw something, right, I would get here, boom, and then I would chuck it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for us, we want to get here, stomp, allow those arms to fall, okay? Let gravity do its job for us. We don't need to get on up over here and go, kill,
Right.
right? Okay, so it's here, stomp, and go. What I would kind of do is I would get like a 9-iron pitching wedge, small club, right? Stomp, stomp, feel that, and then through. And then start working up through the bag.
Got it.
But the big thing for you is get that ball up in our position, right?
Yeah, I just think it just has worked its way back, and so now we got to, kind of check that a little bit better. So, my driver wasn't all that. My driver has not been all that bad since we changed, since the last.
Okay.
I think some of the stuff we just talked about will help that out.
Yes.
So I'll incorporate that when I get to the range.
Right. Big thing is with the driver, okay, let's make sure that we get, because we're talking about ball position, right? I want you to make sure that if I had a line
Right.
from my shoulder to that ball, right, is
Right.
where I want that to be. I don't really care where it is with the feet per se.
Yeah.
But I do want to have my left shoulder
Right.
in line with that so I can turn behind that.
Right.
Now some people, they may have a wider stance. Some people may have a narrower stance, but making sure that left shoulder is right there.
So basically, when I set up on my driver, after I do all the other stuff, is I'm about here. When we first spoke, I was out here.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like I'm about right here.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So that feels like it's like, to me, that feels like the ball is about right here.
So yeah, probably
Roughly.
just right inside where your left heel is.
Right.
And that's fine. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I don't bend it too much. I do a little bit of a favor this just slightly.
Yeah.
And then, and I think, and I also try to, I can physically see that club head face is open.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I feel like when I come through, I feel like I got a lot more power and I can rotate those hands through when it's open.
Absolutely. You're going to create more loft on the face too.
Yeah, I create more loft, but I feel like I have more smash into it.
Yes.
I feel like I've got, some.
And that's how that tool's designed, right?
Yeah.
It's designed to be just a little bit open, hit that thing up, and
Yeah.
come through with the power, right? But it's not designed to be hit down like a wedge.
Right. No, I got you. And I don't think we're doing that as much anymore, as we were. So, all right, we're good. All right, brother.
Very good.
Appreciate you, sir.
I appreciate
Thanks for
you. Thank you
giving
so
me your
much.
time. I
Hey,
appreciate
no
it.
problem. You guys got any tournaments going on up there?
No. I'm starting to play in a Tuesday league now, so yeah.
Morning or afternoon?
Mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, mornings. Yeah. There's about 30 or 40 guys.
You guys do a member or member guest over there?
I don't know. I don't know.
let me know.
Yeah, no, I will.
All right, thank you so much. I'll send you a video of what we worked on, big guy. You got it, my man. Drive carefully. Manish, talk to me. So you're having an issue with the driver, is that correct?
I have an issue with my game.
The issue with your game, okay. Where do you typically
So
play at?
I used to have a really nice iron, which I lost. I had it and I lost. I think because I tried to correct, so many people keep it.
Oh yeah, advice is free, isn't it?
And it's free. But again, I understand they were my faults too, because with the driver, I lift them up too much in the bed.
Okay.
So people try to bring it down. They say keep it below shoulder, your takeaway, and that's when I lost my iron too a little.
Okay.
But anyway, I can't hit any long clubs basically, like long irons, long hybrids,
Okay.
and driver.
Okay.
So which is kind of like reduces my
Chance at par,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or to score.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. So-
Absolutely.
So that's why I said let's start with the driver, and then in the next session maybe we'll go to the irons and stuff. But,
fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So have you ever been here before?
No, first time.
Well, welcome.
I moved to Florida like a year ago.
Oh, where from?
Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a buddy of mine that's up in Boston right now.
Oh,
He's
nice.